That was a text message I got from a friend the other day, and it really hit me hard. I've been there a couple times in my life. Back in 2016, I had moved to Nashville, Tennessee, and was pursuing a career in music. I was unemployed. I was basically living off credit cards and couch surfing at the time, lost and stuck in life. I had no idea how I was going to get out of it. I just knew that I really needed to shake things up and do things differently. What I did was I took what little money I had left, got in my car, and drove around the East Coast, bouncing around to different friends' couches, different family members' couches, just kind of searching, having a lot of alone time to think and reflect. During this time, I had started listening to podcasts and audiobooks, which are things I've never really cared about in my life. I rediscovered a desire to learn. Through these many years and thousands of hours of podcasts, I happen to collect quite a few methods, tips, tricks, and things from various very smart people that I actually had an opportunity to put to the test and try. And it worked. And when my friend sent me that text, part of me was excited. I really wanted to reach into the phone and slap him out of it and be like, hey man, it doesn't have to be that way anymore. I have an answer for you. And I have an answer for you as well. If you clicked on this video, I assume that you are also feeling very stuck in life and wanting to get out of it. So without further ado, welcome to my first YouTube video ever. So number 1, desperation removes ego and reveals truth. You need to get desperate and own it. I had a lot of ego that would not allow me to be desperate. It's almost like rejecting the notion, I'm not desperate. Once you do that and you acknowledge it, what you're doing is you're allowing yourself to be vulnerable to the realization that yes, you do need to change and you have the power to do it. Step number 2, tell yourself, I am in training. Telling yourself allows you to be a student of this new process. Students are allowed to make mistakes. You're learning along the way. And this path to growth is going to be full of mistakes and pain. A lot of us tend to be very, very hard on ourselves. Allowing yourself to be a student is going to help alleviate some of that. Number 3, start so small you can't fail. Something like making your bed seems very mundane. And I'm sure you've heard this example before, but for those of you who haven't, you make a promise to yourself. Every morning once I get up, I'm going to make my bed. I'm going to fold that cover back over, make it look nice, and then I'll get on with my day. It might seem very insignificant, but you need to reacquaint yourself with what it feels like to have a win. I've developed a morning routine where I make my bed and then I go drink a full glass of water and then I throw on my fitness gear and I go for a run. That sets the precedent for my day. The entire rest of my day can be shit. But as long as I tick those boxes off, I am still in control. To have that promise to yourself that you're going to do something and you do it, we're rebuilding that muscle. So along with starting so small you can't fail, you need to make sure that you celebrate the wins. Now, I'm not talking binge night of eating burritos and drinking beers because you made your bed in the morning. Acknowledging that you said you were going to do something and you did it. That's something to be proud of, even if it seems very small and mundane. You need to rebuild trust and confidence with yourself. So as an example, at one point I had a little calendar and I bought these little stickers off of Amazon and I would literally give myself a gold star for every day that I ran 5 miles. You don't have to go that far, but I will say sometimes the physical and visual acknowledgments like that work especially well for people. At this point, if you're watching this video, I wouldn't rule anything out. I would try everything. I tried everything. I don't still do the sticker thing, but I tried it. Moving on, this is a huge one, and I was actually talking with my friend about it this morning. Resist the high and don't add more too quickly. There's more to be gained from exercising control than there is from reacting to the excitement of these newly acquired achievements. Let me tell you a story that you probably know very well. Starting tomorrow, I'm going to go to the gym every single day and I'm going to do 30 days and I'm just going to be so jacked and ready and amazing. By the end of those 30 days, I'm going to be a completely different person. 2 days in, because you completed those 2 days and you're starting to feel really good, you decide, you know what? I can drive through Taco Bell right now. You go out for a couple drinks and then the next morning you don't wake up early and you're like, okay, well, maybe I'll push it a day or two. I think you get where I'm going with this story because it's a very, very common one. We burn out too quickly because we get excited at our newly acquired success. Do it slow, do it strategically, and pace yourself for long-term growth. While I just laid out those 5 different principles for you guys, that's really just a baseline that can carry you through your journey to get yourself unstuck. Here are some things that I'm doing now just to show you what those principles will potentially get you. I wholeheartedly believe changing your physical composition really helps with how you feel every single day and how your state of mind is every single day. I go for a morning run, I do weight training, and I have a disciplined diet. Another thing I've done, time blocking. I have taken the idea of time blocking and made it my own in the sense of I'm going to dedicate 1 hour a day to deep work for a specific project. Going to aim for 10 to 11. If that's not going to work, maybe I'll move that from 1 to 2. Starting out, I would not recommend taking on massive time blocks. Keeping it as easy as possible so that you can't fail is the right step to take. So shave that hour down to maybe 5 minutes. If 5 minutes sounds daunting and you can't complete it, make it 2 minutes. Don't rule it out just because it seems insignificant to you. Real gains that last and that are sustained are done incrementally. Going to community events is huge. I'm terrible at this, but I try to do this as much as possible. I try to notice when I start to feel uncomfortable or nervous about, say, like walking up to a line to an event. This happened to me the other day. I found an event that I said I was going to go to, and then as the day came, I found myself trying to back out of it and not go. I was just nervous because I didn't know anybody there, and I was just going to be like a dude walking by himself to an event with a bunch of people who probably know each other. But I pushed through and I made myself go. It was a really cool turnout. They had an awesome band, and I'm really happy I went. By pushing through that, I can tell that muscle has gotten a lot stronger for me. Listening to instrumental music, I listen to a ton of ambient instrumental music. One in particular that I recommend on Spotify is called Ambient Japan. Whoever made it, it's awesome, great job. But I do find that lyrics will tend to get in the way of my concentration. Nothing against music with lyrics and vocalists, but to live a more focused life, at least for the time being, instrumental music is significantly more helpful. 3 more things that I'm going to mention. One of them is I gave up alcohol. It's been just over a year for me that I quit drinking. You may have a different story, but I can tell you that my relationship with alcohol was one that made me feel like it was holding me back from being the best version of myself that I can be. My alcohol use contributed to keeping me stuck in life. I knew it had to go. If you need help with this, I'm no expert, but I went to AA meetings, read a lot of books, and listened to a lot of information from professionals. And I just ultimately leaned more into my daily practice of these principles and trying to push myself forward in life. All right, so the last 2 things I want to cover: do something dangerous that scares you. I learned to ride a motorcycle, and that was absolutely the case for me. I did not grow up riding motorcycles. It really is terrifying. It is absolutely dangerous. I can't in good conscience recommend this to anybody, and I was absolutely hooked. The confidence I've acquired from completely learning a new skill, adopting a whole new mindset to just how fragile our lives are and fleeting time is, it completely changed my life. All right, and the last thing, probably one of the biggest things I can recommend you start doing once you get those principles kind of ingrained, depending on your job. Actually, no, your job depends on it. Set aside time every single day to start learning artificial intelligence. I use it now every single day to help track my fitness and my nutrition, writing scripts, and ideation. And it is absolutely mind-blowing every single day. That's pretty much all I have for you guys right now. This video is my numero uno, very first YouTube video. Just like the premise of this video, I'm trying to be unstuck. And that means getting this thing out there regardless of how many views it gets. The point is to get it done and focus on the next one. And with that being said, if you have any questions or comments that you want to leave, I'm happy to read and reply to them as soon as I can. Thank you guys again for watching, and I will see you in the next video.